It's just after 5 o'clock on the same day that I had lunch down at Yummy Cottage, and I'm already hungry. So I'm back outside and I'm going back to Yummy Cottage for an early dinner. I think all the different food stalls inside the food court, the Yummy Cottage food court, they close at different times, but I think the food court as a whole stays open until 10 o'clock. And I thought I'd head down there again while it was still light out and have meal number 2. Yummy meal number 2. Banh Mi kitchen is filling up with customers. And I think this time I'm going to go for one of these soups, sort of a bowl or noodle soup, but we'll see. Oh yeah, it's definitely less busy now than it was at lunchtime. The buffet is still running, the mixed vegetables and rice buffet. Looks like, yeah, they restocked all of it. Looks like they're getting ready for a dinner rush. There are more dishes here than there were when I was here at lunchtime, I think. And this might be something for me for tonight, something very simple, a pan mi soup. We got spicy pan mi dry, pan mi soup, spicy pan mi soup, and braised pork rice. I think I'm just going to get a standard pan mi soup for 6 ringgit. I think it's very common in Malaysia to use this touch and go eWallet. And I don't know if I can set that up for myself or not. I'm going to have to look into that. It would be very handy to be able to do that. And this is the place where you get your toast. If you want toast and half-boiled eggs. Monday closed. See you back on Wednesday. So I have to admit, all of these dishes are really jumping out at me. Those look really nice. Oh, eggplant. Man, I might have to do this again. I haven't had eggplant for ages. Yeah, I think I'll have to do this again just to get the eggplant. And oh, look at that, mushrooms. Those weren't there at lunchtime either. And there seem to be more vegetable dishes, and then there's this amazing looking custard or pudding or something like that. Okay, yeah, it's going to be buffet take 2 for me, with eggplant, custard, rice, mushrooms, and then one of these meat dishes. Nom, 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 nom. I'm so excited. Yeah. From here, look at that long display of dishes. It's amazing. So far, so good. Rice and eggplant. Oh yeah. Mushrooms. That looks amazing. Oh. Yes. And yeah, I'm not going to have enough room on my plate again. I need bigger plates. So that's what we've got so far. Rice, eggplant, some kind of a chicken dish, and mushrooms. And if I can find room, I'm going to add some of this custard. So this is what we have. Certainly looks amazing.
$8.40.
Okay.
Where from?
Canada.
Canada.
Yep.
The holiday in Malaysia?
Yeah, just holiday.
Oh,
Came
okay.
to Penang.
How long?
3 months.
3 months. Ooh,
Yeah, long time.
Very long. Okay, thank you.
Good. Thank you.
Malaysia okay? The country?
What's that?
Malaysia country okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I like it here very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
stay in Vancouver?
no, Toronto.
Toronto?
Yeah, Toronto.
I go Vancouver before.
Oh yeah?
Australia, I go Vancouver. I'm working in there.
Yeah, Vancouver's nice.
Yeah, yeah. Nice country.
Yeah, nice place.
Oh, very good.
All right, there you go.
Thank you. Enjoy meal.
Thank you. Well, I have my plate of food, and I'm actually back at the exact same table. I tried to join the rest of society by sitting at a table in the middle, but they had really powerful fans blasting right down at that table, and I thought the wind noise would interfere with my microphone. So I'm way back here at the back in the corner again. But I like being on the edges. Gives me a chance to sort of look out over the area, watch all the other people. And then nobody behind me, which I kind of like. I tell you though, for a place like this, I need a bigger plate. For me to get all the food I want on there, maybe classic example of my eyes being bigger than my stomach, I don't know. But yeah, there it is. I think this is a much better selection of food than I had for lunch. Let's try this custard first. Very nice. Custard, you know, it's a safe bet. The only thing that can go wrong with a custard is maybe they added some like bizarre spicing to it just to be different. But it was just basic custard. Can't go wrong with that. It's just a nice texture to mix it in with the rest of your food. Mushroom. Oh, and this dish, by the way, was 8 ringgit 40, I think, 8.40. My lunch today was 8, I think. Now, eggplant. That's good. I love eggplant. That's quite a unique flavor and texture that you just don't get with anything else. I'm very happy with this. It's better than my lunch. More variety. I see all these places on the side. I'm interested in the meals that they make. But that buffet for me, that's going to be hard to beat. The Canadian lumberjack that I am. A simple meal like that, like this is something that I could have every day for 5 years in a row. and I would never get tired of it. A young fellow just came up to the table to take my drinks order, and I almost shook my head, no thank you, just to see what would happen. Maybe the drinks mafia would kick me out if I didn't order a drink. I still don't know. But then I ordered another iced tea. I didn't know which tea to pick, you know. I'll have to call on some local expertise and get some insight into what all the different teas are like. And then another woman came right afterwards to also take my drinks order. But I had already submitted my order. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. This one was $150, I guess. I'm gonna let that one get nice and cold before I take even a sip. I think it's had enough time to get as cold as it's gonna get. Yeah, the same tea that I had for lunch. Clearly, like, it was brewed tea as hot tea, and then they just put it on ice. Good, I like it. Well, that was it for dinner. That I really enjoyed. As I said, I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed my lunch. Lunch was good, but my selection wasn't as nice. Maybe the eggplant and other dishes were there and I just didn't see it. But here at dinner time, I got a nicer set of dishes. One thing I noticed about this buffet, the system they have here that I didn't mention, is that they have two types of plates available. Thank you. Some of them have plastic on it. Like this guy, he got his dinner on a plate with plastic, and that's basically to go. So you can choose a normal plate to eat here, and then you can see there's a big pile of plates with plastic on them, and I think you take one of those and then maybe you can just wrap it up and take it to go. course, I could be completely wrong about that, but why else would there be plastic on the plates? Feel much better. Durian for sale. Musang King durian. Yeah, they smell so nice from here. That poor fruit must have some kind of a split personality, because it's banned everywhere. Hotels, the subway system, you can't bring durian in because it it smells so bad. And yet when you walk by a display of durian like that, man, it smells delicious. It really smells good. But I guess it's only when you crack them open you get a little bit of an unpleasant odor. Sun Yat-sen Memorial Center, Penang. 65 McAllister Road. This was the Shaolanting Club where Sun Yat-sen stayed when he first visited Penang in 1905. And I guess he met a bunch of men here who became his supporters later on. This appears to be part of some sort of a tourist heritage trail that you can follow of historical sites around Penang. But the claim to fame here seems to be that Sun Yat-sen stayed here a couple of times. The Penang Philomathic Union. And it was a school from time to time as well. Different schools moved in and out. One thing I need in my life normally, I always like to track down a water filter, like a public machine where you can fill up your own containers with drinking water. I drink a lot of water, and if I keep buying bottles of it from 7-Eleven, I end up with huge amounts of empty plastic bottles. Plus, it's a lot more expensive, of course. But I haven't seen any of these water dispensers around. It's a busy street, as I said, but it's also an interesting one. All those restaurants across the street over there. This is the SKS Food Center. Oh, so it's another full food court. Oh, okay, that's another one to try out. I guess you can go inside to break in traffic. Just curious how big or small this one is compared to a Yummy Cottage. This is SKS Golden Food Center. Okay. It's cozy in here. And they've got a few different places around. Curry fish head, mee, lebe pantai, some kind of a pancake. That's kind of a breakfast spot there. Pancakes, eggs, toast. Hello. Okay. It's like a reasonable place to go someday for lunch, breakfast, something. And there's the I Stay Hotel. Oh, look at that, a burger joint of some kind. Jiao Sai burgers, special burgers. Chicken and beef. This isn't the street where my Airbnb is located. It's actually just the next one over. Just thought I'd go for a walk, see what's down here. It's interesting. A lot of interesting buildings around here. Look at this one. I wonder what this is or once was. And there's that really tall building I saw earlier today. I'm further away from it now so I can see the top where it has the name. This is the Menara IKP. I think Menara means tower or building. I think it means tower. So that's the IKP tower. Though I don't know what that stands for, but now I can look it up. Another restaurant, Hot Bowl, white curry mee. The test is in the taste. It's not open tonight. That small road I just walked down had the interesting name of Rangoon Street or Rangoon Lane. I noticed the name, the word Rangoon popped up on a lot of the buildings there. Even that one really big, interesting one seemed to be connected with Rangoon or Burma or something. But here, well, I walked right by it. Let's get on the other side. So the sun is lighting it up. I just saw this sign, Nagore Square, and then I spotted this interesting building on the corner. So this caught my attention. So since I'm out walking around, I thought I might as well go down, see what's here. Yeah, looks like a developed street full of fancy Mustangs, cafes, handcrafted patty burgers. I find I tend to end up at a lot of these places at the wrong time in terms of visitors. So right now my impression is, you know, there's not many people here and it's not very popular, but I'll bet if you come back in 5 hours at, I don't know, 9 or 10 o'clock, this place could be bustling. It's just, I always seem to end up in places mid-afternoon. We've got some of the classic Penang street art right here. And outdoor bar, it's kind of nice. I haven't mentioned it yet, but I had a wonderful dinner the other night. It was one of my first nights here. A friend of mine and subscriber to my YouTube channel that lives here in Penang, we got together for dinner, and two of his friends showed up and joined us for the dinner. We went to a place called The Loft. which is a Western style restaurant. I think on Google Maps it's referred to as a pizza parlor, and they have a big like clay pizza oven right in the middle of the restaurant. And yeah, had a really good meal. I ordered lasagna and a grilled chicken, and then the table as a whole ordered all kinds of side dishes, like a complete pizza. So there's an extra pizza, poutine, garlic bread, had beer. Yeah, really nice. So yeah, we were there for a while chatting, and then we went to a place called, I believe, Montelisa Cafe, which is a place one of my friends knows quite well, and he recommended it as a relatively quiet place on Chulia Street where we could sit, have a drink, and chat, sort of in the middle of the action, but not overwhelmed with noise or anything like that. So it was a really cool place to sit for a while and just watch all the crowds go by. And right across the road from Montelisa Cafe was a place called the Pocock, something like that. And I guess it's named, that's the name of a tree, and they have this large tree in the middle, outdoor seating, and they have live music. So they had a really good band playing while we were there. And it was perfect for me because if I'm at a bar with a live band, it's generally so loud that it's uncomfortable. Oh, I'm gonna head this way. Looks interesting. You can't talk to anybody. All you can do is sit there and listen to the music because it's so loud. But we were in a different cafe across the street from the live band, so we could hear the music clearly enough to enjoy it, but we could still have a conversation. I'm guessing that this street as well is part of the square. Maybe it's a square, the streets in question go in a square, you know, like a rectangular pattern. And this street is called Hutton, by the way, Jalan Hutton. And I just noticed this interesting hotel, the New Savoy Hotel. Look at that building. Sure, it has a history. Not entirely sure it's still operating as a hotel. Like, wouldn't some of those upper balcony doors be open? Those shutters, I mean. Wouldn't some of those be open if those were rooms for guests? But whatever it is, well, I mean, it's got a pretty nice sign here. New Savoy Hotel. It's probably still operational. I wonder where it fits in the budget category. There's a whole series of these buildings around here. They look like, you know, I would call them colonial houses. Feels like it must be some sort of a government residence. Oh, sign. We can see what this is. This is the Floral Tea Mansion, built in 1893 and had been the residence for several generations. In earlier times, Hutton Road was well known as the residential district for the rich, with mansions owned by the urban Malay and Indian Muslim merchants. This mansion was known as Rumah Teh Bunga, literally translated as Floral Tea Mansion. The mansion was bought over by Mr. Tan Chong Keat in the early 1900s. Several generations of this family lived in the mansion, and for a specified period, 3 to 4 families lived together. And they go on to talk about the architecture. Sino-Malay design combines the architecture of the pyramidal roofed Malay house with Chinese and European features. So yeah, very interesting. Learned quite a bit there with that little sign, though I don't know what it is now. Whether it's a public site, a gallery of some kind that can be visited during the week. I don't know. Either way, looks interesting from the outside. Yeah, this is interesting too. A very small neighborhood mosque. I've been seeing quite a few of these around. Like rather than the large, imposing structures, these feel, smaller, more like community centers, more part of the neighborhood that they're in. It's kind of nice. One thing I've already learned just from walking around Penang is you have to be aware of prayer times, because there are set times, the call to prayer, and then men have to come to the mosque to pray at certain times throughout the day. And a lot of them are running late. So just as the prayers are starting, if you're walking by a mosque, chances you gotta watch out for scooters and motorbikes, because they come racing in from all directions. The men come rushing to the mosque, jump off their motorbikes and head in. It's a bit like going past a school when it's letting out at the end of the day, and you get big traffic jam, and you have to time your walking for avoiding those times. But with a mosque, you just have to be aware of the risk of being hit by a fast-moving scooter as a man is rushing late to the prayers. Wow, look at these interesting neighborhoods. These all look like very interesting homes. Wow, that's as far as I'll go down here. I'll head back out to the main street, Hutton Lane. It feels like a very European name, doesn't it? I think it's a British, named after someone British. Hutton. I think when I was looking at the listing for the Airbnb where I'm staying, one of the selling points or one of the features about it, I think it mentioned that it was near something called New World Park. And I think this is New World Park, and I'm going to walk through it on my way back to my Airbnb to end this little stroll, this post-dinner stroll. Yeah, looks interesting. No big surprise, it's all about food. This is Penang, food paradise as they call it. Life here is about food. And I've wanted to comment ever since I got here, actually, is that I'm very impressed at how slim and athletic and healthy, people are looking. Despite the frequency with which they eat, Oh, looks like we have an exit and an entrance. You would think that given how important food is and how routinely and regularly everyone here has a big meal, you'd think everyone would be quite overweight, but the opposite is largely true. Yeah, so here again, all kinds of places to eat. It's a big food court. Wonton mee. Fried Rice King. Wow, it's a lot here. I suppose you'd say it has a bit more of an airy, open, more breezy feeling than the place where I had. You had then, I've forgotten the name of it. Oh, Cottage, right? Cottage food court. This place feels newer, more modern, and has a, yeah, perhaps a more comfortable environment. You see all the seating. And look at the huge fans up there. I guess that's where the all that refreshing breeze is coming from. Wow. I can really feel it down here. It's like, I thought there was a powerful wind blowing, but it's all coming from those fans. And those are the largest fans I've ever seen. They really are. I've never seen anything that big before in my life. Huh. I have to go back into the interior. Yeah, it's an interesting place. Yeah, it looks like you could get just about anything you would want here. I'm almost worried about sticking my camera up into that fan, but no. I'd have to have a much longer stick for that. Those fans are way up there. Diamond Western food, nonya, roasted pig. Cold drinks. I just saw somebody walk out with, I think, was a coconut milkshake, and that caught my eye. So I think I'm going to get one of those. Hi, coconut milkshake? Thank you. There you go, fast service. Coconut milkshake. It even has a ball of ice cream at the top. It's really nice. And I think I'm going to sit down just for a minute or two to enjoy this. So I hear music. Got to get away from that. Yeah, the classic bucket of beer. So this could be a place to come for a beer with friends. Comfortable place to sit out here. Or a coconut shake. I'm fairly sure I'm going to have nothing but good things to say about this, but let's give it a try. Yeah, it's very nice. Very much like it's a milkshake. Milkshake with a coconut flavoring. And a big, yeah, very thick. Lots of ice cream. Yeah, that's really good. I'm spoiling myself. So I think I'm going to walk along and enjoy the rest of my coconut shake. Yeah, this I have no idea what that is. Rojak. Rojak. just spotted something interesting over here. PG Cycle Spot, and they specialize in folding bikes. Turn and Brompton. Yeah. It's not open today. And Dahon. This is one of the main entrances, maybe the main entrance or exit to New World Park. Got the fountains, and the high roof there. And the street here is actually called Burma. This is Burma Road right here. Jalan Burma. My guest house is just down here on the right a little bit. Cube coffee. I guess the coffee has nothing to do with being a cube shaped. It's the little building it's in. They serve coffee out of little cubes. Interesting gimmick. Yeah, I'm like 30, 50 feet away from the mango, not the mango, the durian, and I can smell it. But as I said, fresh mango on display like that, it's got a really wonderful smell. It smells great. And this is my street over here. It's a bit of a complicated name, so I haven't committed it to memory yet. If it was on Burma Road, I'd remember it, but it's not on Burma Road, it's off Burma Road. Maybe the name of the street is here. Let's see. No, it's more complicated than that, I think. Jalan Kedah. I think my road over there has a different name. Ah, look at that. Red light. I can cross. Yes. Yeah, here it is. Here's the name of my street. Jalan Zainul Abidin. Jalan Zainul Abidin. But without Google Maps, and I had to tell someone where I was staying, I wouldn't have much hope of remembering that. I've already forgotten, and I'm just a few feet away from the sign. Yeah, I spotted this place when I arrived the other night, but it wasn't open. I don't know if it's open now either. Called Hike Enterprise, cameras and accessories. Canon, Fuji, Sony, but it appears to be closed most of the time. A few minutes ago, I was trying to remember the name of the food court here, and I called it Cottage Food Court, but it's not. It's a Yummy Cottage. I can see it directly ahead of me now. Because I'm almost back at my Airbnb. It's actually here. You see the building with the big Panasonic sign and all the glass windows above this car park. Believe it or not, that's my Airbnb, sort of tucked away in there somewhere. So with that little walk, I think that's going to end my video adventures for today. I still have to go get water. I didn't see a water filter machine anywhere, so I'm going to have to go to a store. I have one more errand to run, get some water, bring it back to my room, and but that's it for now. Nice dinner, nice little walk. Got to know my neighborhood a little bit more. Yeah, really nice. Anyway, I'm done. I will see you in the next video.